Hey guys, it's Brittany again. I'm back for another video today. When I originally made that video you saw yesterday, I thought I had a one-day post, and then it turned out I'd have a two-day post, and I had extra time. So I thought this time I'll make another video about like transferring the layout into a card. Some people are scrapbookers, some people are card makers. Let's address everyone. So I'm basically just going to take that layout and make a card size. Use some of the same techniques and show you how to just shrink it down. So yeah, let's get started. I'm going to take a 4x4 card. It's just white cardstock, again, because I'm boring. Fold it in half. And then the first thing we're going to do is I take a piece of scratch paper and just stick it underneath. And that helps to kind of make a backing. So if you get a lot of water, it doesn't sink through to the inside of your card. And I'm going to do some stamping. I'm going to take this rubber stamp, and it's just a beehive. It's a honeycomb stamp, and I'm going to take it and use my gelato and just spread some gelato. And you don't need to fill the whole stamp up, just enough so that it covers the surface of your card front. So that's got good coverage, and then I just take a spray bottle and give it a quick spritz. And then before you put it down, hold it so that if there's going to be any drips, it'll drip on your work surface and not on your card front. So then I just take it and, actually maybe I'll try doing it this way. Take it and just lay your card on it. And then just give it a light rub. And in all likelihood, it's not going to take the stamp perfectly, but that's kind of part of the charm of this sort of thing. So there we go. And then I just set this aside, and we dry this up with the loudest heat gun ever made. Like, I know mine's broken and I should just go buy a new one, but I don't want to. I'm cheap. If I just hold it just like this, it'll be fine. Sometimes I just beat the hell out of it, and then it will be quiet. Oh, there's better. Okay, just about finished. Okay, good enough. So I'm not worried that it didn't take it perfectly here, because I'm going to eventually lay a strip of paper, and we're going to do some tricks with tissue paper on the side. So it doesn't really matter that you don't see that. Okay, so now that that's on there, I'm pretty dry. Hopefully this next step will work. We're going to take some gel medium or Mod Podge or whatever. Anything that's going to dry clear. And I'm just going to hopefully apply it successfully, quickly, to the card front. And yeah, it's working pretty good. There's a little bit of bleed, but if you try to apply it quickly and like sort of like with a drier brush, you'll get no bleed. This looks pretty good. Okay, it's all done with that. I'm going to let this dry for a while, and that way it gets really hard. And then we're going to come back and use our big brush pens to do some distressing around the edges. Oh my gosh, you guys, I cannot even tell you how funny. Apparently all you have to do is publicly chastise the heat tool on video for the world to see, and then it works perfect. I'm so excited. I just had to share that with you. Anyways, this card front is now dry. Still a little bit warm, but that's okay. And then whenever you do something like this, you're going to get little ripples. You can set it underneath something heavy. Like I use this, rip everything up just to show you this. That's the hot glue gun. I use this, it's a tile that I got from Home Goods for $4.99. I use this for my glue gun so that because it's hot, so I don't want to set it on any surface that I actually care about. So I'll set my glue gun on this, and it's perfect for when you're doing projects like this and you've got some warping. You just stick that on there, anything heavy, but this is just what I use. And it'll make it flat again. It's kind of helpful. So now that we have this surface, I'm going to take my, actually I don't know why I'm just going to take that one. I'm going to take my Stampers Big Brush pens and go around the edges and just give them some extra color. Something a little darker. Ooh, this is very dark. And just take it and rub it in, and it just gives, you know, some, I don't know, gives some definition around the edges, but it also kind of grunges it up, and I'm particularly partial to that look. So, and you don't have to go all the way around. It's whatever you want. Let's just play with it until you like the, I guess, dirt level of it. I don't know. Until it's perfectly dingy. Alright, just about finished. Okay. So that's pretty good. Now I'm going to take this strip of paper and I'm going to put it right here. But instead of working on the card, I'm going to work off of this piece, this strip. And I'm going to take some tissue and I'm going to cut, first of all, I'm going to fold it a bunch of times. Okay. And I'm going to cut a strip that's a little bit bigger than the card front. And then cut it so you have all the edges, so there's no folds. And you'll probably play with it a little bit more, cut it down a little bit more as we go. But I'm going to take it and sort of space it out so you see lots of these edges. And then I'm going to put a couple of staples in it. And if I could get it in there. Okay. Oh, that's empty. It's the backup staple gun. Put one like that and just one like that. That way they're all held together while you're working with them. And what I'm going to do is grab another gelato, and I'm thinking, I think I'm going to use a blue. And I'm just going to rub some on my work surface and give it a spritz. And then take this packet and just sort of play with it, like, I don't know, run it through the puddle. Okay, so it'll give you sort of a blue edge to it. Then I'm going to first wipe this up so I don't get it on anything else. And then I'm going to use my really quiet, lovely, phenomenal heat tool and dry up the edges a little bit. And I like them really crumpled. I think it adds a lot of fun depth and color to it. And you could also add like a second layer of color if you want it to be a little bit darker, or different layers to have a different color. Then don't staple them together first. You could do them individually or do a couple of much smaller packets and then attach them all together. It's kind of whatever works for what you've got going. Get them all dry. Puddle on that one. And then you could come back and you could use a spray. You could use your gelato to make your own spray, and all you have to do is, and I can't remember if I showed this in the last video, you just scratch off some of your gelato tip into like a mini mister. Don't use this kind of a bottle, but scratch it off into the bottle and then spray or fill the bottle with water, shake it up, and then you've got a spritzer. And this is one I must have shown you. I hope I showed you. This is one that I made using the pink. And it's nice because these metallic gelatos have some mica in them, and so when you spritz, you also get that mica. And maybe this will work. It's pretty light. I made it really, really watery. And you can vary the color by how much of the gelato you put into the water. So play around with that. That's kind of fun. So I spritzed some of this pink on there, so I'll dry it again, and then we'll come back and then I'll show you how to layer this all together. Alright, now we're ready to put our packet together. You're just going to take your glue gun, and I'm choosing to use this sort of blue-y, I don't know what color it is. It's not teal, it's not light, it's like baby blue. It's sort of a Robin Ziggy blue. That's what color it is. And I'm going to put a line of glue across. I'm just going to set it down. Okay, then I'm going to put just a couple of globs of glue on the tissue, and then put this trim piece down and overlap the top of that crocheted trim. So get that sit down. Okay, so now I'm going to use a tool, and I'm going to, after I set this on here, I'm going to put a brad and some jute and tie a little cute bow. So I know it's going to be right about down here, so I just kind of place it and put my finger down where I want the hole. And I'm going to use the teeny tiny little hole, the 1/8 inch hole on here. Oops, that's not where I want it. I'm an idiot. Punch the hole. Put my brad through. Press the ends down. Okay, and then just sort of play with it. I'm going to put it right about there. So I'm going to take some glue, put it on the back, lay it down right across, and you can see how much extra you have left over. If you want to, you can take your scissors and trim along the edge to have a nice clean line. I kind of like having it messy. I'm also going to take this jute, and the first thing I'm going to do is, hopefully this makes sense, I want to leave about, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches of a tail to start, because I'm going to use this as one side of the bow. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to wrap it around the brad, tie it around this side, and I think I want 2 little wraps around. And tie it, wrap it around this side of the brad. Okay, then, where'd my scissors go? Cut off another little tail and tie a bow. And then just play with the bow until it looks kind of how you like it. My bows are never perfect. And I like the ends to just kind of go random. Okay, and so that kind of teases the sides out a little bit. Okay, gives it a little bit of messy charm. Okay, just play with it until it looks like how you want it. Okay, so we're all done with those. Now I'm going to use this cute little sentiment. It's one of the Pebbles. This guy. Really cute card fronts. And I'm just going to tuck it under here. And actually, first I'll probably just add some hot glue. Pretty much add hot glue to everything I do now. Just stick it and maybe wrap this jute around it a little tiny bit. And just stick it right there. And there's your card. Super simple and easy. And using gelatos and some big brush pens, pretty easy. Nice little card. So that's it. Thanks, you guys.